Good morning, gorgeous. Okay, so I wanted to talk about today is my client day, so it is casual. I wanted to talk about the idea of integrity and really building and leading your business off of integrity versus hustle, and how we see this being played out within your human design. So, I have created, lead, and build my entire business within the way that I coach my clients, the programs that I create, and the structure of Align by Design, all based off of integrity. And I do that because hustle is a thing of the past. Forcing yourself to show up, to do things that don't feel desirable to you, or beautiful, or enticing, or powerful for you, takes you out of alignment and creates this hustle. Good morning, gorgeous Candace. And integrity will always come out at the end of the day. And yes, hustle can get you places. Hustle can move you. Hustle can take you from here to there, but it won't keep you there. Integrity will. And integrity is something that is difficult to continue to build with, because there's always these temptations to hustle a little bit harder, to do it their way, to take somebody down in the process. There's always the temptation that hustle needs to outshine, that you need to beat, that you need to win, that you're not good enough until. And when you begin to lead with integrity, you really become one within your design and complete alignment. And that integrity will take you way further than hustle ever will. So how we see this being played out within our design is certain areas. And it's very obvious to me. Obviously, I am deep into human design, and this is my life. And it's very easy for me to see something about a person and how they're operating online, and how they're out of integrity, out of alignment, and what this means within their chart and what they likely have. So if an open, undefined head center, so this would be your crown right here, if it is white for you, it doesn't have color. When you're looking at your chart, that means that you are very prone to over consuming and not being aware of what's yours and what isn't. So these are the people that are, copying posts or taking ideas and then running with them and calling them their own, and either not giving credit to people or thinking literally, like actually thinking that this is their work, right? This is their idea, this is their thoughts. And the undefined head centers, the beauty is that they are meant to grab from other sources, other people, other things, from nature, from experiences, and create something out of it. The misalignment comes in is when they're just taking it and running with it blindly. We have to have this heightened awareness in any of our undefined or open centers, any of the white centers, so that we can build it with integrity, so that we can utilize it as wisdom with integrity, not out of hustle and not out of fear and not out of lack. And when an undefined head center takes things and runs with it that is not theirs, that is not their inspiration, that is taken from someone else, it takes them out of integrity, out of alignment, and with a lack of awareness. So it eventually catches up to them, and they're like, they don't even know what's theirs anymore. They're overthinking things, they're overanalyzing things. And then eventually people see, feel, and smell that, like it's very obvious. It becomes very obvious. So another really big one would be the sacral. If you have an undefined sacral and you're in hustle mode, even if you have a defined sacral and you're operating out of shoulds, right? These are places where you fall really out of integrity, where either you're overdoing something, so you'd be a manifestor, you'd be a projector, you'd be a reflector if you have this undefined, and you're working really, really, really hard. You're like, I'm doing all of the things. Why is this not adding up? Why is this not happening? Why is this not working? And it just doesn't feel good, but you keep doing it. A defined sacral would be like, I should do this, I should do that, I should do that. I need to keep going, I have to, and a defined sacral actually knows when enough is enough. They know how to tap out, they know how to turn out. And if they're, again, like just constantly involved, when they're constantly, and like they're not actually lit up by that thing, but they're like, I should do this, or I'm missing out on something, or something's gonna happen if I don't, they're operating in a low frequency of their sacral, and it's completely out of integrity, completely out of alignment for them. They have to be leading with things that light them up. Only, dropping the shoulds. Another place that this comes into is the heart center. So our heart center, when it's undefined, is not meant to be in this competitive nature. They're not meant to be, sticking to a commitment and making themselves do it no matter what. They often have to work through a lot of unworthiness. So when an undefined center is operating in a space where they are feeling unworthy, but they do it anyways. They feel like they need to prove it to somebody else. When a defined center is working out of integrity, it's like, I need to beat them. I'm so excited I'm winning. I'm so excited I'm beating them. I gotta keep going. I gotta keep going. This feels good. This feels good. But at the end, it feels terrible because they never actually get anywhere. They never actually get to the thing. It's this endless cycle. So you'll often see this on both sides of the heart center, defined and undefined, as overachievers. And a defined heart center is very in their power. They know what they're here to do and they go do it no matter what. But when they start comparing themselves and trying to win and beat people, then it becomes completely like stinky again. Ew, Samantha, gorgeous Samantha, what happens when you do have it defined but undefined sacral projector? So what happens when you do have it defined but undefined sacral? Sorry, what do you mean? Can you explain that a little bit more? Because I would love to answer that question. So in human design, So in human design, so maybe you mean you have an undefined sacral but a defined heart. So an undefined sacral and a defined heart, is gonna be, you're like excited to do things. You're like, I know I can do it. I'm gonna go do it, and you do it. But when you start trying to compare yourself and beat other people or do it out of a drive of to win. So I give this example, like, when you play card games or board games with people, and like you're so excited for the night, it's just like fun competition. It's just like a good time, and then that person takes it to a whole new level because they're pissed off and they just like want to win so badly. They're calling people out on cheating, and it just becomes like this like great. You're like, whoa, you just took that too far. We're just here to have a good games night, and this is not enjoyable anymore. That's the defined heart that is operating out of a low frequency. So it's good to have drive. We need the drive. We need the competition, but competition to ourselves, not towards other people, not to beat someone else. So when I observe other people online, when I witness and watch, and I can really see where these centers are playing up in a really high vibration, high frequency, incredible, beautiful way, alignment, complete alignment. And when I can also see them operating in a very unhealthy, unstable, low frequency, out of integrity, misaligned way. And what happens is that we stand in our power in an unsturdy way. So what can happen when you're operating out of a defined or an undefined in a powerful way? So it can fool you. This is it. It can fool you. You can feel like you're in your power. You can feel like it's powerful, but it's like you're on crutches, right? When you're on crutches, then it's like wobbly, and then eventually you like slip and you fall. That's what it's like. You can utilize these centers out of integrity and out of alignment, but it will be temporary. It won't be forever. It won't be consistent. And when you start to operate out of complete alignment and build your business and build your life out of integrity with exactly how you're designed to be and exactly what is meant for you and exactly how you're meant to operate and utilize the energy, whether it's defined or undefined, and actually put that into action, even as an undefined. There's a high frequency for undefined. There's a high frequency for defined. There's a low frequency for undefined. There's a low frequency for defined. So we have to learn how to operate within our consistent power and full alignment and integrity in order for it to be steady, consistent, incredible, massive growth that is sturdy and safe, not crutches on ice, not crutches that are about to fall, not wobbliness. We want to build consistency, incredible results. Well, it's very safe. You know what happens when people build their businesses out of integrity, out of lack of integrity, out of alignment, and push and hustle and do harder and work harder? They end up falling eventually. And it won't be instant. They will have success. It will happen. It will, because they're working that hard. But it won't be consistent over time. And it won't be something that is incredibly powerful and beautiful, and they won't feel in integrity. And also what will happen from this is eventually people catch on to it, right? We can only be out of integrity for so long and feeling like we're in a really safe place on those crutches before other people also notice. So leading yourself through building, creating, and consistently staying in alignment with your design is a process. It's a lot of unsexy work because we will fall into those patterns and the coding and the low frequency of defined and undefined centers. We will. So when we have the awareness, when we have the knowledge, when we have the tools, when we have the skills to move in the highest frequency of each of them in alignment consistently over time, you build this outstanding business that is so sturdy, that is so safe, that all of a sudden success feels incredible and you get to continue to build more of it. What happens when you plateau at a space of hustling your way there and putting on an inauthentic energy out towards other people and it working temporarily is you're going to get to a space and you're going to fall. And it doesn't mean that everything's going to crash. You could still be making a lot of money, but you're not happy. You're not free. You're not in complete alignment. You're not in integrity. And there ends up always being a disconnect. And that disconnect is the thing that crashes everything else down. And again, you still could be holding it up. It still could be there, but something is going to fall. And when you build a business off of integrity, complete alignment, understanding the high frequency of each of your defined, undefined, having awareness, doing the unsexy work, and continuing to peel layers away of true authenticity, of your true authentic voice, you build a foundation that no matter what, you are in integrity and it is solid. That the success that you feel is joyful and celebrational and out of desire, not out of hustle. And there's a very, very big difference. So the people that you're seeing that are up and down and lulls and in these falls and these rises and falls, they're building a business that is out of hustle, that is out of really hard work, that is out of integrity, that is out of alignment within their design. And there just may be no awareness to that. But when you see the people that are consistently rising and doing it seemingly effortlessly, doing it with strength, and building something that is celebration every step of the way, it is coming from pure integrity. It is coming from the deepest levels of current alignment. And those levels of alignment will continue to expand as you expand, but they're ready for that next stage of expansion. What can happen sometimes energetically is we go so fast, but we're not energetically ready to hold it all. And how I teach my clients, how I work with my clients, how I work within my spaces is to create massive transformations that you're ready to hold, that you're energetically ready to hold. So I just want to leave you guys with that food for thought, because we can have incredible quantum results. We can collapse time like crazy. There are no limits, and our design allows us to step into that limitlessness, to step into that ease, to step into that freedom, and to do it based on integrity and alignment, for you to hold all of it, to be able to grow that rapidly and hold it without falling. So I love you guys. Have a beautiful day. If you did not check out the podcast episode yesterday, it's the only one this week, and it's all about your definition. So if you've been wondering about your definition and what that means and what that looks like for you and how it is not a limit at all, go check it out. If you want to hang out in our Facebook group, I think I'm going to go do a live there too. And yeah, you can go hang out there too, or share this with anyone, tag anyone that needs to hear this as a reminder, because we all need to be reminded of this. So I'm sending you so much love. Have a beautiful day, and I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you for watching.